Some breaking news that we're following. Want to bring it to you here next. Check this out from the Associated Press, putting out on Twitter moments ago that Donald Trump has posted a $175 million bond to avert asset seizure while he appeals the civil fraud penalty. According to a court penalty filing that came in, Donald Trump posting that $175 million bond today in his New York civil fraud case, halting the collection of more than $454 million that he owes and preventing the state from seizing his assets to satisfy the debt while he appeals, according to that filing. A New York appellate court had given the former president 10 days to put up the money after a panel of judges agreed last month to slash the amount needed to stop the clock on enforcement. The bond Trump is posting with the court now is essentially a placeholder meant to guarantee payment if the judgment is upheld. If that happens, the presumptive Republican presidential nominee will have to pay the state the whole sum, which grows with daily interest. Now, if Trump wins, he won't have to pay the state anything and will get the money back that he has put up now. Until the appeals court intervened to lower the required bond, New York Attorney General Letitia James had been poised to initiate efforts to collect the judgment, possibly by seizing some of Trump's properties. James, who's a Democrat, brought the lawsuit on the state's behalf. The court ruled after Trump's lawyers complained, and it said it was a practical impossibility to get an underwriter to sign off on a bond for the $454 million plus interest that he owes. Trump is fighting to overturn a judge's February 16th finding that he lied about his wealth as he fostered the real estate empire that launched him to stardom in the presidency. The trial is now focused on how Trump's assets were valued on financial statements that went to bankers and insurers to get loans and deals. Trump denies any wrongdoing, saying the statements actually lowballed his fortune, came with disclaimers, and weren't taken at face value by the institutions that lent or insured him. The state's court has said it would hear arguments in September. A specific date, though, has not been set. If the schedule holds, it will fall in the final weeks of the presidential race. Under New York law, filing an appeal generally doesn't hold off enforcement of a judgment, but there is an automatic pause if that person or entity obtains a bond guaranteeing payment of what's owed. Courts sometimes do grant exceptions and lower the amount required for a stay, as in Trump's case. Trump's lawyers had told the appeals court more than 30 bonding companies were unwilling to take a mix of cash and real estate as collateral for a $454 million plus bond. Underwriters insisted on only cash, stocks, or liquid assets, according to attorneys. They said most bonding companies require collateral covering 120% of the amount owed. Trump recently claimed to have almost $500 million in cash, along with billions of dollars worth of real estate and other assets, but said he wanted to have some cash available for his presidential run. And of course, this is just one of the many legal troubles that the former president has found himself in. We're also seeing some reaction here on social media as well. Lena Haba, Trump's attorney, saying here, as promised, President Trump has posted bond. He looks forward to vindicating his rights on appeal and overturning this unjust verdict. Eric Trump also saying bond filed. We look forward to vindicating our rights on appeal. All right, so a lot of reaction coming in. Some big news here as Trump secures that $175 million bond in the New York civil fraud case.